Is it my imagination, or do the Atramentis Document inks have the most spread on paper? Can you talk a little bit about inks that spread or don't spread, and can you do anything to minimize it? Well, yeah, you're definitely right in that respect. The document inks can spread a little bit, and spread basically is just like when the ink hits the paper, it absorbs in and kind of goes out a little bit, so it spreads out. That's a pretty self-explanatory term. Spreads out from the writing line that you originally drew, so it looks a little broader than what you actually wrote. Okay, that happens. It happens with those inks. It happens with the Super 5 inks, especially. It happens with all the Noodler's Polar inks and several of the Noodler's Eternal ones. I think inks with a lot of permanent qualities have a tendency to do that. Not all of them, but a lot of the permanent inks do tend to spread a bit. And then any fast drying inks too. The thing with all of these inks is they are kind of fast drying, but they're specifically like the quick dry or fast dry inks that you can get, Noodler's Bernankes, Private Reserve fast dries, they tend to be very absorbent, and that's part of why they dry so fast, is they absorb into the paper and spread out so that it's dry on the surface of the page. So, you know, it's kind of a trade-off. So that said, is there anything that you can actually do about it to minimize it? The type of paper that you use can definitely make a difference. You know, going with a less absorbent paper will cause it to spread less. That's probably the biggest thing that you can change. Well, maybe not the biggest, but that's a big factor that's often overlooked. People often overlook the type of paper they use as far as like spread and stuff like that. The other thing that you can do is choose it in a different pen, a different nib size. So going with a finer nib, you're going to have less of a line, it's going to put down a little less ink, and it won't spread quite as bad. Other than that, you can't really do anything about the ink itself to cause it to spread less. It's just, it is what it is. All right?